just don't know what song.
Don't.
The other side of the road when you're walking out. See what I'm saying? It's never a right time to say goodbye. But I gotta make the first move, because if I don't, you're gonna start hating me. Because I really don't feel the way I once felt about you. And it's not you, it's me. I gotta figure it. Yo.
I'm ready.
Yo. You know what? Let me find out. That's how we're starting this episode.
Oh.
Welcome back to another episode of Clouded Thoughts Podcast. As you guys know, I'm Deem.
I'm Ry.
And today we have another guest here on the show. My boy, my brother, my old high school basketball teammate, entrepreneur, and new tattoo artist in the GTA, Mr. Cameron Creighton.
What's going on? Thanks for having me, brother.
Of course, brother.
Appreciate you showing up.
Reach over there and dive real quick. I gotta ask, both of you.
That's what's up.
You like that?
Yeah. Go for it.
Cam first.
What's going on?
You blessed?
Super blessed.
Super blessed?
Yes, sir. Stay blessed.
That's what I like to hear, man. Ryan, what about yourself?
Likewise, stay blessed. Highly favored as usual.
Blessed and highly favored. I like that line. You get on a t-shirt.
Nah, for real.
Alright, man. So, of course, we're going to start out with our typical and usual social media content on our topic. Rye, you could take it away, of course.
Absolutely. So, on today's little social media segment, got a quick video. Having a boy Jada Kiss. I'm sure we're all familiar with Kiss. So,
100%.
go ahead and run this clip right quick.
Gotta be careful who you help, though. Some people don't appreciate help. Some people take help for granted. Some people feel entitled.
Take advantage.
Yeah, they take advantage. And you gotta be careful. You put on earth to help somebody, but it's also you gotta be very careful who you help.
All right.
Break it down.
So, that being said, careful who you help. To that, Cam, have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you were helping somebody that wasn't deserving of it, or wasn't, respecting the help that you were giving them, or vice versa?
I've definitely been in that situation for sure, but me, I won't be in that situation for long. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've always been one to, really measure how much energy I put into somebody by how much I'm getting back.
Okay.
And not even hard feelings, just 'cause people are who they are, and they're going to move how they move based off of their life and what they choose to put their energy in, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, if I feel like someone's not deserving, they're not really going to get too much energy out of me.
Fair.
You know?
So just to kind of, I guess, switch it around there, have you ever felt like there was someone trying to help you, but you weren't taking the help that was given? And it could be because you weren't ready for it, or, you just didn't have the mindset to kind of, accept that help?
I feel like mainly just like with my parents, like I felt that often with my parents, and even nowadays sometimes I may not realize they're trying to help me, and not just necessarily my parents or my brother as well, just the people closest to you. Sometimes you don't want to hear what they have to say for whatever reason, but I would say I'm pretty receptive to help, because I haven't been in many situations where taking someone's help ended up being negative for me,
Fair, I like that.
So,
What about in terms of giving it?
giving help?
Yeah.
There's been a few times in my life where I overextended, but I don't know, not too much. Like, once again, I'm not gonna keep going to the point where I look like a clown, Like, I'm just not that guy. I've never been that guy.
Yeah.
So
So you pretty much have like your breaking points where it's like, if I'm dishing out things to you and you're not taking what I'm putting on the table, especially if like they're coming back to you with the same problem over and over again, and it's like, did you apply what I told you to do, or did you at least try it?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you only have to let someone prove it to me to know how much I'm gonna put into that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because like some people, like, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's off of meeting someone, I know how much to extend to them. You know what I'm saying? Based off of how much I think they'll extend back. And I feel like that's protected my psyche.
Do you think,
my energy?
You know, your judge of character to now to this point, right? You think along the way you may have extended your hand too much to some people, and you learn from those experiences to get to the point now where it's like, you know what, I have a good idea now about some people. I have a good idea of what to look for in some people in terms of character, and how much I should give, and how much I should protect my own, you know, my own peace and my own time. Because helping people can also take a lot of your time too, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'll say, like, there's certain relationships with people I've had in my life where I was fully aware that I'm not going to get out of this what I'm putting in.
Okay.
But when you go into that prepared for that, and it's just like you just care about this person for whatever reason, then, like, once again, that also protects your energy. Because I feel like it's more frustrating, or like people get upset because they're frustrated because they're putting so much into something, expecting something different. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm not insane enough to do that. You know, if I know someone's not gonna be receptive, or they're not gonna, you know, be able to reciprocate in whatever sense. Like, I know that, but I'll give them help because that's what I'm choosing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always about what. Not to say that you're saying it's about what you get out of it necessarily, but, like, sometimes you're not really gonna get much out of it, and it's just I feel like that's just like a test of your character when you do things for someone that can't do nothing for you. You know?
Yeah, that's your character, man.
And I think we could definitely attest to that. I know we've tried to help some people, Deem. Some people just don't want to take the advice. You know, you put it on the table, but listen, you could lead the horse to the water, can't force it to drink, right? So, I definitely get that.
But in terms of helping out people in your time, right? You're someone who is an entrepreneur, right? To go along the lines of, you were a barber at one point, cut hair. You had your own VR shop at one point with your pops, right? And you're currently a tattoo artist. So in some sense, right, you have been helping people along the way. So as an entrepreneur, has there been instances where you tried to either give people a discount, or, you know, let them know, like, you know what, I'm gonna open this time slot for you for this tattoo appointment or this haircut appointment, and they don't show up? Has that, like...
Yeah, of course that happens, but, like, that's just a part of the game still.
100%.
Like, you can't like take that to heart. It is what it is.
So how have you allowed those instances to help you grow into the entrepreneur that you are today?
I feel like it's just that could make you have thick skin, you know? So I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've been an entrepreneur for longer than some people that I work with, for instance, that are tattoo artists, right? For longer than they've been tattoo artists. And certain things that are just general things with entrepreneurship that I've already developed a thick skin for, that they might not be able to handle because it's, like, new to them, you know what I'm saying? So, like, no shows, and you know, people not hitting you back, or whatever it is. Like, people are just gonna be people at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And, like, are you allowed to cuss on this podcast, yo?
Yes, you can cuss on
Okay,
this podcast, man.
yeah.
Yes, you can cuss on
Yo, honestly, what I love about our guests, they're mad respectful. Yo, they ask, is it okay if I cuss?
But sometimes, like, people are just, like, you know, niggas is just gonna be niggas, bro. I don't know a better way to put it, bro. I try to find the words, but sometimes niggas is just gonna be niggas, you know. And, like, as a nigga, I've been a nigga before, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's just like sometimes it's just like people are gonna be forgetful or whatever. People are gonna, like, just do certain things, and it's not personal, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, like, when you're new to the game, whatever game it is, once you're new to, you know, just service-based industry, you could say, like, it could be, like, detrimental to you in the short term or the long term. But over time, you just realize, just like, people are just gonna be people. Like, you can't take it to heart. And I feel like all of it's just like a numbers game. When you look at it from, like, a macro lens, and you realize it's just like it's just like looking down at ants. You know what I'm saying? Like, ants, like, you don't look at each individual ant. You look at what they're all doing as a whole. That's how you're able to manipulate what you want to get out of the situation. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. I can't lie to you, bro. I'm one of those people. I'm supposed to have an appointment with you for a tattoo, and I haven't really completed that yet.
That's all good.
At some point, we'll get to that, bro. But no, that's so true. You can't, man. Some people just can't get out of those ways, and that's okay. Like you said, that's part of the business, right? And that's something that, you know, going into it, right? You don't get into it because of that. You probably get into it because you love it. And you know that's something that you're gonna have to deal with. But then you learn to make adjustments along the way, which is key and big.
That also shows you how to kind of operate with people, right? And, you know, obviously we all have expectations, and I think, you know, everyone sets their expectations high, but as you said, you got to take a person for who they are, right? So, in the initial, I guess, interaction, it's like, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, we set something up. I believe you're gonna show up for this time. You respect my time, I respect yours. But, you know, when things don't pan out, I feel like, you know, especially if they don't hit you up and be like, yo, listen, something popped up, completely out of my control. Then, you know,
courtesy.
But exactly, you know, common decency and courtesy. Just let me know, like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to make it for whatever reason. But like, if you have no shows and stuff like that, it kind of allows you to be like, you know what? Now I know how I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move accordingly with this person.
Yeah, simply. For sure. With that person or just like with people in general.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, I like it, man. So, stay on the topic of entrepreneurship, man. Tattoo artist, something that you've recently started, right? Let us know how you got into that and your inspiration into sticking with it and you know, going forth in that career path.
So it's been almost 2 years now. Still, I started, well, I guess like May 2022. I think I started, and it was always something I was kind of interested in. I've always been doing different things in, like, it was entrepreneurship, but also had like a little artistic flair to it in one way or the next for the most part. And even since I was a kid, I was always like, you know, drawing tattoos on my arm with Sharpies and things like that, you know what I'm saying? So I've always been interested in tattoos. And also, like, as a basketball player, you're watching, you know, NBA players and shit as a kid, like, they always had cool tattoos. So actually, half of the time they had cool tattoos, a lot of times they had shit tattoos. And I was like, yo, I could do something that's better than that. Like, how you have all that money and it just looks like you just have like a big like eczema patch on your arm, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I can do sicker than that. And then I don't know, I just identified certain things that were beneficial as a tattoo artist that I felt I embodied in one way or the next. And I'm like, you know what, when I found out that you don't have to be like a licensed tattoo artist to start giving tattoos, I'm like, oh, say a word. Because like I didn't want to like do an apprenticeship for a while and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't want to go a long time without making bread because I'm not even like serious 100% with it type shit. Yeah, I wasn't like 100% with it at the time. But then I'm just like, oh, say you can just buy a tattoo gun off Amazon and just do your thing, you know? So I copped one and just
started doing your thing.
Yeah, just started tatting my own leg. Tatted my own leg.
Well, like you said, you started from when you were a kid, right?
You
tattoos on your arm, whatnot.
Yeah, I trust me. If I trust anybody, I trust me.
You gotta trust yourself first.
You know what I'm saying? And also, I was a barber for a minute before that. So, like, I'm used to, like, you know, doing something where, like, if you fuck up, you fucked up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but obviously, tattoos is worse than cutting hair because they can come back in 2 weeks. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I trusted myself to get into it, and then I started just, like, fucking around with it, doing it at the crib. I'm like, yo, all right, like, I like this for real. I can do this long term. So then I went and pursued, got the apprenticeship, and, you know, went from there.
Fair. So, yeah, I know, like, even from, like, when I met you, obviously we met through Deem. Like, I always know you had that artistic side to you, even from, like, drawing. And, like, we were talking about earlier, like, you, like, doing work on shoes and whatnot. And that was something I was into. But I told you, like, it's just the patience, right? So,
absolutely.
In regards to that, like, when you were, like, approaching, I guess, becoming an artist in the tattoo game, was it something that you would say you were kind of eager at points? Or did you know, like, did you just have the confidence off rip because you knew, like, you were always passionate about drawing? It's something that, like, you were doing from youth?
So you're saying kind of like what provided me with the confidence to get into it kind of thing? I would say it was half the fact that I was into art for a while and I knew I had a steady hand and whatnot from being a barber. So a large chunk of it was that. So I'm like, I know I could do this. And then also just like watching other people that got into it. One of the main people is my dog right now, my guy Rashawn. He's the one who started the visionary behind illustrative.To, which is the tat shop I work in. He had tattooed me when he first started giving tattoos, you know, and he wasn't really an artist too heavily, intensively much before that, you know what I'm saying? And just watching him from where he was there to a couple years later where I saw he was, I'm like, holy shit, like this shit is like doable for real, you know. And now he's like next level sick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like watching that progress and like other people with like a similar journey to him. I'm just like, yo, I could do this still. Like I could get into it. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing my thing, and then once I started working in the shop that I'm at now, then that dream got even more realized. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I could take this to the next level of confidence, increase, and then just being around people who look like me, act like me, doing the things that I'm doing. I'm just like, I really found a place in the game, I could say, you know. Still ways to go to really solidify myself in, but yeah, you know.
But obviously, with each tattoo that you do, you can only get better, and obviously, with different, I guess, different pieces that you have to do on people, it's always gonna push you to that next level and test your artistic hand, if you want to call it that. Yeah, but no, that's dope, man. It's really dope.
Gives you a challenge, man. It's dope to hear that it's bringing you some confidence though, and also you took that leap into, you know, stepping into that world. Because
not necessarily confidence in life, confidence.
Oh, in tattooing.
Yeah.
I was talking about life, talking about tattooing.
Okay.
I know in life you got that confidence already, bro. I know for a fact.
I was born him.
You were born him. That's bold, man. Let him cook, bro. Let him cook for real. But so as a tattoo artist, right? Yeah. I know, you know, a lot of people within our age group, right? We get tattoos when, I'm gonna be honest, when we're going through something. So I know let's be real.
Facts.
You know, a lot of us go through something like you instantly think, you know what? I need some new ink. I need a new tattoo. I'm gonna be honest, my tattoos are because I was going through something. Got something on my body. It is what it is. So could you say that being a tattoo artist is low key like you're also like a therapist in a sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
To some extent, like kind of like a barber in a sense.
Yeah. Anybody in like the
you low key been a therapist for a while now.
That's what I'm saying.
Barbering,
tattooing, pretty much.
Because like anybody in like the service based, like, you know, close, intimate businesses, whether it be like a lash artist or someone who does makeup or, you know, a tat artist or a barber or whatever, like they'll all tell you you're part-time. The job part-time therapist for sure. People come to pour their heart out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not something that I thought of as much before tattooing, because tattooing is definitely even more intense than cutting hair. You know,
100%.
Cutting hair is quick.
Yeah.
You know? You also see them more often. With tattooing, it's on top of it not being quick and you don't see the people as often. It's also a painful experience. You know, you're going through like the 7 stages of grief as you're getting a tattoo. You know, you go through acceptance. You have to go. You know, through at first you're in denial. At a point you're pissed. You're like, why did I even sit here and go through this? You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
And me as a talker, I'm talking to you as you're going through these things. You know.
Yeah.
So like the conversation is progressing as you're going through these different stages and whatnot. But definitely part-time therapist. And I didn't realize also, I didn't think about prior to becoming a tattoo artist, like people like not it's not just going through shit. You know, people oftentimes come get attacked because someone just died. You know, like like a man will sit down and like, okay, why are you getting this date? Like, oh, like my father just passed away. You're like, oh fuck, like damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like either they want to talk about that or they don't, but like it's in your head anyways after you just heard that. You know, so like you're taking out a lot of energy and having a lot of like intense conversations quite often. You know?
Do you think as a tattoo artist that increases the pressure a little bit when someone gives you like a very sentimental piece that they want done, and you dial in more like, all right, this is sentimental to them, I really gotta make sure this is precise, not make any mistakes, or is it just cool for you?
I try to approach everyone the same still.
Okay.
You know, I don't like to look at it in that lens. Like every tat's the same. You know, if you look at it like that, then it might psych you out for sure. But there's certain things I wouldn't do though. Like like a portrait of somebody who just passed away, for instance. You know, like that's just a little bit. That's like you want me to take their soul and put it on your body. Like that's intense. You know, like, I don't know that person. You know, like
I've never looked at it like that.
I don't know that person. I didn't see their mannerisms moving. Like I can have the one picture that you probably got from the program.
Yeah.
And like it's like they hand
you the program, say I need this on my body.
Yeah, you know, like I'm not doing that still.
The program's always
the program's black and white. You know, like
some ugly ink.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like it's that's at this point, at least in my career, that's not something I'm taking on. But aside from that, like, you know, it's just another tattoo still.
So would you say there's been tattoos that I should actually ask you, have there been tattoos where someone has come to you and said, I want something, you just denied it so far? Or?
Yeah, there's been many times, especially like when I was first starting, because one thing for me was just the integrity as an artist. You know, if you start taking on things that you know you can't do, like no one's gonna have respect for you eventually. That's gonna come to bite you in your ass. And why are you doing that for a quick buck?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's too broke of a mentality to take on. You know, that's just gonna get you out of the game. You know, so when you're trying to focus on longevity and whatnot, you gotta make sure that you're integral. And like if it's like whether it's like for me, I'll never be like, yo, just wait for me. Like, I'll do it when I get sick. I'll never say that. I'll just be like, yo, I know somebody that you know? Because I work with some of the best artists in the city. It's just like, well, you know, why would I do that? And you're going to be way happier if you leave with them doing that. For what, a band? Like, you know?
I'll get that. That's big on your part, bro, to be able to understand yourself that much. Be like, you know what, I'm not going to be able to do this, but I can refer you to someone else.
Yeah, right? Bro. Yeah. You just have to have some foresight, you know? For sure. And it's easy when you're doing that for people who put you on constantly anyways, you know? So it's like, it doesn't feel like you're losing bread. Yeah, it's kind of like a sign of respect. Like, you guys put me on, but I got someone here that, you know, wants to work with me, but I know how good you guys are. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna pass this on your way. Absolutely. Share the wealth, man. That's big time. For sure. Sharing the wealth is good. So there's enough for everybody to eat, you know?
All right, I got a question for you.
So,
obviously, don't say no names, but what are some of the worst tattoos that you have done or like have seen?
The worst in what sense?
Like, have you ever had someone come in, right, and they already have tattoos done, and you're like, you know what? I could have done a lot better than what you have there right now. Because I know, for instance, like with my tattoo, when you saw them, after you got into it, you were like, I could do that better.
Yeah, that happens often, you know, and like, I can't think of any specific time because that happens like most times almost. Because like even me myself, like when I first started getting tatted, I was price shopping, you know, so most people do. When you're younger as well, you're price shopping.
You're price shopping, for sure.
We'll get a tat. And not to say I hate my tats. My tats are actually sick. But my first, like one of the first ones I got here, I got a cover up from something else where I was extra price shopping. You know, like went to the hood, got a $60 like half sleeve, a quarter sleeve. You know, no, not that one. The one that's gone, I got it covered up like a couple months later. It was similar to what you already see here, like a clock and roses and a couple things, but it just disappeared. You know. Yeah. But yeah, most people had that experience when you're young. You just want
$60 hood tat.
Yeah, you know, you just want to get inked and you just like go deal with it.
But at that time, though, you loved it. You're like, I'm inked, fam. Like,
no, I hated it.
Oh, you hated it?
It disappeared. It literally
even after you got it, that same like.
Yeah, it wasn't sick. No, it wasn't sick.
Okay, honesty.
So
I like it.
That was instant regret then.
I wouldn't say it was regret. It was just like I don't really give a fuck, bro. I was like 19. Yeah. When it disappeared, I was like, okay, I can get it covered up. You know, at first I was like, not exactly what I wanted, but whatever. Like, I'm gonna get more. Like, it's just whatever. So I have a bit more of a laissez-faire perspective on these things, I guess. Some people call it crazy.
It's not crazy, bro. It's not crazy. You're just laid back, man. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not about being laid back. About like not giving a fuck about certain tattoos. You know, like multiple of my tattoos, I just like Google it on the way to the tattoo shop.
Okay. Oh, no prior thought.
Yeah. I was just like, I know where I want to get tattooed. Let me just get tattooed.
I think that's a love for the art then.
Yeah, 100%. What it is. I'm gonna be honest, I could never do that. I be real with you. I'm gonna have to think about you have no tattoo.
I have no tattoo, but for me, I feel like if I were to get a tattoo, there'd have to be a lot of thought.
Meaningful.
I'd probably take me months before I'm just like, I finally figure out what I want. And then I know I probably gotta wait months to get that tattoo as well, but that's my thought process if I were to get a tattoo.
Yeah, bro. There's one time that a client no-show canceled on me, so I just did it on myself.
Yeah. Just right then and there.
Yeah, because I fucked with it too. You know, it was like the creation of Adam. You know, like hand of God tattoo, whatever. Yeah. And I just did it on myself.
Okay. That's dope though. I know you get bored in the shop sometimes. So you just add something.
Yeah, trust me. That's too many times.
just add a tattoo, man. Nah, that's wavy though. I like that. Nah, I've never being a tattoo artist is one job that I've always thought like there could be a lot of pressure with it because you're putting something permanent on someone's body. But hearing your point of view, right, is interesting. I never thought about it in certain ways that you put it.
There's not really pressure when you are who you say you are, you know?
When you're him.
No, it's not even just about that. It's not about that. It's like when I first started, I'm just like, I just started. That's who I am. So I'm not gonna do something.
So you say it's just a matter of knowing yourself.
Yeah, it's being honest and being like, okay, I practice this on the practice skin. Like I can do basic lines, basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if someone asks me to do something past that, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's where you get into lack of integrity. That's where you fuck somebody up for life. You know?
Yeah.
So like, but at that point, like you could do the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's the pressure when you could do it? Like, you don't have pressure to go do a fucking right hand layup. You know, like an open layup.
Some mans do.
I said you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna dunk that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna dunk that
just
shit.
to make sure, you know what I'm saying? But like, a wide open, get your two. Like, you're not tripping about that. You done it a billion times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
That's true, man. That's true. I guess in a sense, like, it could be anything in life. Like, when you put the work in and you understand and trust yourself, when it's time to perform, you're gonna do what you know how to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll say this, and I don't know about you, Cam, but I feel like every man in this room can attest to this. When you say you've got a bad cut before.
So you got a bad cut?
A bad haircut?
A man told you like, yo, I got you. Off rip. Or it's, yo, see my man's hair? Front of the shop. First chair. You know he's just waving his cape all day.
He's waiting for a man to cut, bro.
Bro, yo, he has the cleanest tools in the shop.
Bro.
And you come in, you don't know better. You don't know better, and homies, yo, my man's can cut you.
Yo, shit. I don't know if I've been there personally.
You haven't been there?
Nah.
Like not once.
You never got a bad. Actually,
cut,
usually you cut yourself though. You cut yourself, no?
No. Like I'll say this.
Don't look at me.
Really.
Don't point at me. Don't. Do not.
You got a bad one?
Ireland.
Don't point at me.
You got a lineup in Ireland?
Don't point at me. So listen, bro.
You let the Lucky Charms man line you up?
Shut up. Shut up. All right. Listen, bro. Hear me out.
He called me out face.
Hear me out. So any man that plays ball overseas knows it's difficult to get a barber, bro. Yeah. It's difficult to get a barber. Huh?
That's exactly.
Bro, no.
That was a part of it.
No, that was not a part of it.
Nah, you're just copying me, that's why.
Anyways, it's difficult to get a barber. So I all of a sudden, I came across one. Someone said, yo, there's someone that's like in downtown Belfast you can go to. Because I was in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So I went down there, and at this point, I'm in need of a cut, bro. I look like a caveman. It's bad. So I go down there, and I showed this guy the picture, bro. I showed him what I wanted. He just didn't do it. He did something else.
Yeah. He didn't know how to tell you we don't have any of those. We don't have that in stock, but like, I'll give you the closest best thing. You know?
So I got back to my room. I called this guy. I said, bro.
Oh, he loved it? He loved it? He loved the cut he did?
The barber?
Yeah.
Of course, bro.
He probably thinks, yo, I just chopped this guy up nice, you know?
Wow. And on top of that, I said I'm from Canada. Oh, Canadian. That he did something nice, bro.
That ain't it, man.
I was like, nah, you didn't, bro. But I had to hug it. I'm not cutting.
Real for me, bro.
But I think you grow out your hair after that. You
100%. Nah, I learned from that. Nope.
Yeah. When I went out to school in Nova Scotia, we went to like a small ass town with like 6,000 people, and not many of them were black. We'll start there. Not many of them were colored. So I knew goddamn well I ain't getting no haircut when I get out there. You know what I'm saying? So I already had dreads, but I knew I'm not about to cut my hair. Yeah. You know, because no one's cutting my hair. So not only did I do that, but that's when I learned how to cut hair. It's a come up. There's nobody out here to, cut hair. There's bare athletes and thing. Like when we learned how to cut hair. So.
Yeah, that would have been a good time for me to learn how to do that, bro.
I feel like that's how I escaped getting bad cuts.
I had a few bad ones, but that just taught me you can stick with your barbers. You can't get a cut from your barber. Plug it out.
Grade 9 Deem got a lot of bad cuts. Of bad cuts, bro.
I got a bad. There's like 3 that are memorable for me.
You have pictures?
Nah. I don't think I have any pictures.
Low proof.
One of them, it's gonna sound so bad, but I remember when I was working at the bank.
Oh, that's recent.
Nah, bank was like 7 years ago now.
Still kind of current.
But then,
Ireland was 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
If Ireland was 6 years ago. That means
that's
it was
6
longer.
years.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
So yeah, then it was definitely longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's way back. Like,
yeah, bro. Time's flying, Cam.
Damn.
Time's flying.
But anyways, I remember I got the cut,
and
I looked like a cancer patient after the cut was done.
Got a little Bella, huh? Man, bald your thing?
Like, I went to work the next day. My homegirl came to me. It's like, I want to ask, like, everything's okay, right? I was like, it's just a bad cut.
Your cut was so bad. She was asking if you were okay.
I was going through chemo, fam.
You got Britney Spears?
But the thing is, like, the barber was cutting my hair with such confidence. He's like, "Oh, I've cut black people before." He was a white guy, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But
Did that affect
like,
your? Did that affect your confidence, man?
huh?
Did that affect your confidence a little bit?
100%.
Okay, because
I
a cut can make or break your confidence,
I
bro.
couldn't wear a do-rag in the office. Obviously, I couldn't wear a hat, so I just had to hug it. But when I was on the go bus,
Hat, do-rag, hoodie,
up, you know what I mean?
all the above.
I was in the bathroom brushing my hair constantly. So that hair grew back. I started taking biotin. Just
Yo,
This guy needs to speed the process.
shout out to the dreads.
Yeah, shout out to the judge.
Second, Cam, I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Onyx.
We're gonna end up right with the biotin, bro. That's crazy. Nah, but real talk.
Thanks
though,
for having me, man.
Hey,
Awesome.
shout out to the dreadlocks, man. But nah, Cam, really, like, appreciate you coming on the show, man. Appreciate you sharing your story a little bit.
Yes, sir.
You know, appreciate you for sharing your perspective on being a tattoo artist, and partially for a haircut, or a barber for a little bit too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I think both of those professions deal a lot with people's confidence and a lot of people's, you know, mental health as well.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
when you look good, you feel good.
Look good, you feel good, man.
Yeah, I
Feel
can
good,
say
you play good.
facts. I haven't got many bad cuts, but
Yeah.
I gave a good amount of bad cuts.
At least you're honest, bro.
When I first started, because like haircuts are simple. It's not like a tattoo or someone
It's
wants
not.
something extravagant. You can, like, you know,
Yeah.
make it simple. Like, just want a basic cut. I can't do that, but
Yeah.
I call myself a barber. So sit. I'm about to cut your hair right now. Still,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I started cutting hair for the first year and a half with like a liner, fam. Like a liner. Gave my dogs a cut with a liner, and he got fried.
Your dog might see this.
He will. Shout out Makai, bro.
You gave a guy a cut with a liner,
shout
bro?
out to Makai's my dog, because he still came. Like, he kept getting cut by me after that, and he's one of the people that let me
that's
get
love.
good at cutting.
That's love. Shout out Makai
You know,
for
and
that
I
one.
fucked him up bad.
That's
He
love.
went to training the next day, football training, bald as shit.
Oh, is that
The niggas let him know upon arrival, you know? So, like, yeah, you know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
Makai, man. You a
That's
real
a
one for that one, bro.
Super real one.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. We're gonna 100% cutting
Yeah, you already
someone with
know,
a
man. You
line
already
is
know, you
crazy.
know.
But appreciate everyone for listening, tuning in, man. Follow us on Instagram at YesI'mBlessed_ on TikTok at YesI'mBlessed. If you have any questions, you can DM, you can comment, right? You can email us at info.yesimblessed@gmail.com. And obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna come out with these episodes every other Sunday. And as you guys know, I'm Dean.
I'm right.
That's Cam, and we out. With a liner is crazy though.